wondered what foods to avoid before a date to prevent gas and burping? Well, you're not alone. We all want to make the best impression possible, and let's face it, excessive gas and burping can be a bit of a turn-off. But don't worry, we've got you covered. We're going to explore the top 10 foods known to cause these uncomfortable situations. Remember, everyone's body is unique and may react differently. So, let's dive into the top 10 foods you might want to skip before your next rendezvous. First on our list, beans. These humble legumes, while packed with protein and nutrients, are also loaded with a type of fiber that our bodies can't fully break down. As this fiber makes its way through our digestive system, it's feasted upon by our gut bacteria, which in turn produce gas as a byproduct. This gas needs to escape somehow, and well, you can probably guess the rest. But don't worry, it's not all doom and gloom. If you're a bean lover, there are ways to still enjoy your favorite dishes without the gassy aftermath. Soaking beans overnight before cooking or opting for canned beans can help to reduce their gas-inducing effects. Alternatively, you could incorporate digestive spices like cumin or fennel into your recipes. Remember, it's all about balance. Beans are a great source of nutrition, but moderation is key, especially before heading out on a date. So before your next date, you might want to skip the chili. Moving on to number 2, carbonated drinks. These fizzy favorites, including soda and sparkling water, may be a tempting pairing with your meal. However, they are known culprits for introducing extra gas into your digestive system. That's because carbonated beverages contain dissolved carbon dioxide, a gas. When that gas enters your stomach, it has to find a way out, and often it exits in the form of a belch. This can lead to an uncomfortable feeling of fullness and, of course, the dread of burping during a conversation. So, if you're looking to keep the conversation flowing without any unexpected interruptions, it might be wise to skip the soda and opt for a non-carbonated drink. Still water, herbal tea, or a delicious fruit juice could be great alternatives. Remember, the goal is to feel comfortable and at ease. Opt for still water or a non-carbonated beverage instead. Number 3 on our list, broccoli and other cruciferous vegetables. Yes, these green giants are the superheroes of the nutrient world, packed with vitamins and minerals. But here's the kryptonite. They're also known for causing gas and bloating. This might be a shock to some of you, but it's not just broccoli. It's the entire cruciferous family, including cabbage, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and kale. They all contain a complex sugar called raffinose, which our bodies have a hard time digesting. The result? Well, let's just say it's less than ideal for a romantic atmosphere. Now, we're not saying you should banish these health powerhouses from your diet altogether, but if you're planning a special evening, you might want to postpone your rendezvous with these veggies. Instead, opt for something a bit more stomach-friendly, like a green salad or steamed asparagus. Consider choosing a different side dish for your pre-date meal. Coming in at number 4, onions. Now, we all agree that onions are a staple in many of our favorite dishes, right? They add an unmistakable flavor that can take your culinary creations to the next level. But here's the thing. Onions can create some less than desirable side effects, especially when you're trying to make a good impression. Onions contain a natural sugar called fructan. When we eat onions, this fructan can be broken down in our gut, leading to gas. And it's not just gas. Ever had that lingering onion breath after enjoying a dish loaded with them? That's because onions contain sulfur compounds that can stay in your mouth and lungs for hours, causing bad breath. So before heading out on that special date, consider alternatives to onions in your meals. You might want to experiment with herbs and spices that can offer comparable flavor without the after effects. Try using herbs and spices for flavor instead. Halfway through our list at number 5, spicy foods. These tongue-tingling favorites are known for their kick, but they're also infamous for their potential to irritate the digestive tract. That's right, the very same compounds that give chili peppers their heat can cause a bit of an uproar in your stomach, leading to, you guessed it, gas. Capsaicin, the compound responsible for the heat in peppers, can stimulate the digestive tract, causing it to work overtime. This can result in increased gas production, making you feel bloated and uncomfortable. And let's not forget the potential for heartburn, another common side effect of a spicy meal. So, if you're planning a date or an important meeting, it might be a good idea to skip the hot wings or the extra spicy curry, at least for now. Keep in mind that while a little spice can add flavor to your meal, too much can add discomfort to your day. Save the hot sauce for another day. At number 6, we have dairy products. Now, who doesn't love a bit of creamy goodness in their food? But here's the catch. Some people are lactose intolerant, which means their bodies can't fully digest the lactose found in dairy products. This can lead to some uncomfortable symptoms, including, you guessed it, excessive gas and even bloating. It's not just milk we're talking about here. It can be anything from cheese to yogurt or even that delicious scoop of ice cream you've been eyeing. So if you're planning on impressing your date with a homemade pasta Alfredo, you might want to think twice if you're sensitive to lactose. Remember, everyone's body is different, and what's a problem for one person might not be for another. But if you know that dairy products tend to give you trouble, it's best to play it safe. Opt for a dairy-free option if you're sensitive. Number 7 on our list, artificial sweeteners. You might think you're doing your body a favor by choosing a sugar substitute, but did you know that artificial sweeteners like sorbitol and xylitol can cause gas and bloating? These sugar alcohols are not fully digested in our bodies. When they reach the large intestine, the bacteria there have a feast, producing gases as a byproduct. Moreover, they can draw water into your intestine or get fermented by gut bacteria, which can also lead to bloating. So while you might be saving on calories, you could be paying the price in discomfort. And let's be honest, nobody wants to be dealing with that on a date, do they? The best course of action? Stick with natural sugars in moderation, or better yet, skip the sweetener altogether. After all, there's sweetness enough in good company. So remember, when it comes to artificial sweeteners, it may be a case of sweet sorrow. Stick with natural sugars or skip the sweetener altogether. Coming in at number 8, beer and other carbonated alcoholic beverages. Now, who doesn't enjoy a good beer or a fizzy cocktail? But wait, before you pop that top or sip that spritz, let's consider the aftermath. The bubbles in these beverages are carbon dioxide, a gas that needs to go somewhere once it's in your system. And guess where it often ends up? That's right, as a belch, leaving us with that ungraceful, unwanted burping. Not only does this lead to embarrassment, but it can also cause discomfort due to bloating. So, while that chilled beer might look inviting, remember the potential consequences, especially if you're on a date or at a social gathering where you'd rather not be the center of attention for all the wrong reasons. So what's the solution? Consider a non-carbonated alcoholic beverage or skip the booze. It's all about knowing your body and making choices that keep you comfortable and confident. Last but not least, at number 10, we have chewing gum. Now you might be thinking, isn't chewing gum supposed to freshen my breath? Well, yes, but there's a catch. Chewing gum can actually introduce extra air into your stomach. You see, when you chew gum, you tend to swallow air, which can accumulate in your digestive system. This buildup of air can lead to, you guessed it, burping. Let's paint a picture here. Imagine you're out on a date, everything's going great, and then suddenly an unexpected burp slips out. Not the most charming scenario, is it? Now, we're not saying you should completely ditch chewing gum, but maybe, just maybe, before a date, try a different method to freshen your breath. How about a mint instead? They can offer the same breath-freshening benefits without the risk of unwanted air swallowing. So next time you reach for that stick of gum, remember this: it's always better to be safe than sorry. Try freshening your breath with a mint instead. There you have it, the top 10 foods to avoid before a date to prevent gas and burping. From beans and carbonated drinks to broccoli and onions, spicy foods, dairy, artificial sweeteners, beer, and even chewing gum. It's crucial to learn how your body reacts to certain foods and drinks. Not everyone's digestive system is the same, and individual triggers may vary. Remember, it's all about feeling your best and enjoying your time with your date. Happy dating.